Good day, Southport. I am Stuart Milton, pastor at Trinity United Methodist Church, and this is the Pastor on the Porch. Several years ago, I ran across a quote in a novel I was reading. "There are certain moments that can change a person's life," the author said. "For some, it comes quickly and violently in the form of a car crash. For others, it comes from news in a doctor's office. For some, it comes in the form of a question. Yes, sometimes it is a question that can change our life." I believe the author was right. Questions can change, or at least help shape our lives. One question that has helped shape my life was also the title of the first sermon I preached as a pastor. How big is your God? That was 31 years ago, which means I'm just getting old, but I often go back and think about that question. How big is your God? In Ephesians, we read, "Glory to God who is able to do far beyond all that we could ask or imagine by His power at work within us." That's Ephesians 3:20. Did you hear it? God is big enough to do far beyond all we can even imagine. In some ways, I think the Bible is the story of God reminding the world how great and how big He actually is. God created the beautiful world in which we live. As we walk around Southport and the beaches, we could see all of the beauty around us. It took a big God to do that. And of course, God showed how truly big He is when God raised Jesus, His only Son, from the dead. On just about every page of the Bible, we are reminded that God is bigger than we can even imagine. I don't know about you, but I often forget that. In spite of the amazing ways God has worked in my life, I just forget. I look at the problems which seem insurmountable instead of the God who makes all things possible. I sometimes think only about the obstacles in front of me instead of the God who can lift me over and above and around those obstacles. I don't know what you are going through today, but God is bigger and God is able to do abundantly more than you can even imagine. God is bigger and will help you overcome your trials. Regardless of what you're going through, God is able and God is bigger. 31 years ago, I asked the first church I served, "How big is your God?" In some ways, I'm still trying to learn what it means to live by faith in a God who is bigger than I can imagine. Well, this coming Sunday, we will look at the story of how God, this great big God who raised Jesus from the dead, gives us, His followers, a great big mission to share the good news with the whole world. You can read that story in Matthew 28:16-20. My friends, be encouraged. Reflect on all that God has done and continues to do in your life. And know that God is able, God is greater, God is bigger, and God is with us. Hope to see you on Sunday.